Hello, everybody. We are preparing for the new moon solar eclipse at 8 degrees of Pisces. Where does that fall in your chart? Do you have planets at 6, 7, 8 degrees that might be influenced by the eclipse? Or you may have any other number of placements that make this eclipse really pertinent and active and profound in your life. So let's talk about it a little. So the eclipse is in the sign of Pisces. Yay, yay. Happens to be my sign. My birthday's coming. But the eclipse is a little bit before my birthday, so the eclipse per se, at least that 8 degrees Pisces, is not as strong for me as it is for people who are born in February. So, but here it comes, and it's relevant to me. It's close enough. Actually, Neptune's on my sun, and I'm happy about it. There was a point that Neptune on my sun made me a little bit like, I hope it's going to be okay. So, Pisces, water feelings. New moon, okay? New moon in the last sign. There was a time when I used to let my feelings run their course. I mean, I'd let them be what they were, so if, if something made me upset, I would be upset until I wasn't upset. Or if something made me sad, I'd be sad until I wasn't sad. And if something made me happy, I'd be happy until I wasn't happy. And I'd let my feelings just do their thing, be good and not good, and be bored and neutral, but I'd let them take their course. But now I've learned to be more attentive to the way that I feel, because I've learned that it is vital to feel happy. And so when something happens that knocks me off that, I generally say to myself, I care how I feel. And I find that helps me a lot. I mean, because you don't always know how to change a feeling, and we're talking about a bad feeling, because we don't have to change good feelings, right? Let them be, and maybe let them magnify. But when it comes to bad feelings, so I don't always, it's not like always there that I know how to change them. But I find if I just say, look, I care how I feel, which is like putting my whole system on notice that feeling bad is just not okay. And I remember when I was just learning this, now for years before I learned to put it in terms of being happy, I learned that, I don't even know what I called it, but I learned that if there was a crisis present in my life that, and I needed to move, let's say I don't have a job, and, everything that goes with that, the kind of, again, it doesn't happen for everybody this way, but for some of us, or some of us sometimes, not having a job is very distressing, because there are all these implications, not being able to pay the rent or the mortgage, not being able to buy food, not being able to do what we promised for our children, stuff that makes us miserable. And then you're kind of miserable, you're kind of scared, because why are you in that place? And then you're trying to find a job, and you just you can't really even do it. You can't really send that resume out. You can't really look online. I mean, you can, but you just feel so bad that it's not conducive. And so you might end up sitting in front of that television, clicking that thing around, but not feeling good. But a few years ago, I had a big one, baby, and there I am, and I knew. I mean, I'd heard it many times. It's important that you're happy. You got to be happy. Make yourself happy. And God bless Pharrell. I put on that music, and that first 5 beats, boom, 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 boom. I told myself I wasn't going to try to do it because it wasn't going to sound like his, and it didn't. But those 5 beats that introduced that song, oh my God, they'd get me moving. They'd get me started. And, and pretty soon I was singing with him, Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You could take a break. I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you. Don't waste your time, because I'm happy. And I'm singing it with feeling, even though there's a precipice open at my feet. I dance too. And I'm on the precipice, and I dance without taking notice of the edge, and I feel better. I feel better. See anything wrong with that? No. So it's so right given the circumstance. I chilled like Daniel in the den. I feel invincible. Anything wrong with that? I feel invincible. I keep my head up and my back straight. And I entertain no failure in any tense. And I learned that this happiness was trying to get me to understand that that conditional happiness, that happiness because I got the job, I'm happy. I work a few days, I hate it. Or maybe it take longer than that, but pretty soon I freaking hate it. And things like that. We've all had those experiences. So unconditional love, unconditional living, unconditional life means that you are happy, you feel good, you feel expectation, you feel good vibrations and good expectation no matter what. And I tell you, it gets to be where times are tough. I remember a time when I went to the computer store. Oh, my tablet was not turning on, and but they turned it on, but then it hadn't been on in a long time, and they had to update it, and so I was gonna leave and go home and come back, and I left, and my car wouldn't start. Now that's the kind of thing that usually makes you miserable. Okay. But you know what? I calmly got on the little phone and I called the little people, and I worked it out, and it started, and then guess what? In a little while it didn't start again, I mean, the guy said let it run, and then so I let it run, and then I went back to get my computer because I'd been there for a while by then, and my tablet rather, and when I came back out, it didn't work again. And you know what? I very calmly called the people, and then I went back in the store, and I waited where it was cool because it was a very hot day. And then the guy came and fixed my car, and he told me, you better take it somewhere. And I did, and I bought a new battery, and lucky for me, I had some money, money for an emergency, and I could buy that battery. So, that's it, people. Now, let me say one other thing, that even though this is in Pisces and it's about our feelings, there are lots of planets in Aries, there's lots of fire planets. So this is really a good time for us to galvanize. And I used to think that galvanize meant gather, like galvanize the people, get the people together. But it doesn't mean that. Galvanize means to no. Inspire, incite, excite, stimulate, electrify, animate. Okay? So, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's not dwell on anything that brings us down. See, that's why I don't pay attention to a lot of that stuff. Last time we talked, I said, or maybe it was I just wrote, paying attention to too much of this crazy stuff is like putting your mind on drugs, and you won't feel good. And don't think I haven't been able to avoid it totally. So, I know, but when I get it and I feel bad, I know how bad that stuff is for you. So I don't take it. I don't drink the Kool-Aid. Okay? I drink happiness. Yeah. And it feels wrong sometimes. You think, well, that's a little bit like laughing at a funeral, but it's not. It's not. It's the ability to be present, to feel good, and to be an inspiration for others. So do that. Lift yourself, inspire yourself, excite yourself, dance, Bruno Mars, Uptown Funk. Oh my God. Oh my God. It'll make you move and it'll make you feel okay. Okay? All right. Love you. Happy solar eclipse.